Okay, so this is the second part of the time since post tutorial. We're just going to be carrying on with the different case blocks, just so you're used to the conditions inside and what we're doing with these suffixes right the way up to years. Okay, so the third one, we're just basically going to copy and paste this down again. This is just to save time because they're all exactly the same. And we're going to get into somewhat of a routine here, and what we're doing is, you can see, we're using Google to calculate how many seconds are inside an hour, a day, and we're going to use months and years as well. So the next part of it, obviously you can see that we've got 3,600 here. That's in fact how many seconds in a day. This is just to take this up to hours. Sorry, this one here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have to change this condition. This is always changing this number here, this number here, this number here, and obviously the suffixes. So the suffixes for this are going to be an hour and hours, like we've done before. So obviously if we've got if it's been 1 hour since the post, we're just going to say hour. If it's been more than one, we're going to say hours. Okay, so now what we need to do is we're going to come back into Google. In fact, what we're going to do first is we're going to switch this around. So we're going to say 3,600 needs to be here. And then obviously we're then going to divide by 3,600. The reason for this is that obviously if we're taking hours, we want this cut off. Sorry, when I said before 3,600 seconds, yeah, that's within an hour. So we're going to be dividing by the hour again. Let's say we've got 3,600 seconds. This is going to be 1 hour. So 3,600 divided by 3,600 is 1. We're going to say hours. And obviously if we double this number, the result's going to be 2. This count will be set to 2 hours, and obviously our suffix will be set to hours, so we've got 2 hours, if that makes sense. But obviously now what we need to do is, because there are 24 hours in a day, we need to find out how many seconds are in a day to limit this so we don't go over a day. Just like we did here with the minutes, we're not going to want to go over an hour. So we're going to come back to Google, and we're going to go say seconds in a day, and that's 86,400. So we can copy and paste this straight into our code. Obviously make sure you don't keep the space in there, and this code is just basically going to work. Obviously I'm not going to test it because I'm not going to sit here for a few hours or an hour and wait till this comes up with an hour. This is the trouble with this tutorial, that I can't demonstrate obviously a post that's been made a year ago, because I'm not going to wait around a year to test it. Okay, so again what we're going to do is copy this case statement. This is ready to go now. As long as you've changed this, this and this for the limit, and obviously the suffixes, then this is going to work. We're just following the same structure all the way through. So we're going to go back and paste this. So we've got our new case here. This is obviously going to be for days. So what we need to do is we need to take this here and put it here and here. And again what this is going to do is it's going to say if it's less than a day, then if it's less than a day, then we're going to if it's more than a day, we're going to divide again. So obviously if the seconds are 86,400, and again if we divide by the same number, we're going to get 1, and this is going to be 1 day, or 2 days, or 3 days, 4 days, all the way up to a month. And obviously we need this limiter here to say we need it less than a month, so it needs to be within that bracket. So obviously if we come in here, we're going to say month, and that's 2 million odd. We can forget the decimal point because that's just going to confuse things, and basically what we want is this to be a rough system. It's not going to be an exact system. So again we're going to paste that in here. So what this is going to do, just to run through it, is it's going to say if the difference in the time is bigger than an hour, but it's smaller than a month, bigger than a day but smaller than a month, then we're going to divide this difference and we're going to output the appropriate suffix. Okay, so we're going to copy and paste it again. And if you do feel lazy copying and pasting, you know, it's quick, it's easy. This is the easiest method I could think of creating this. There are ones on the web. I did do my research first, but I haven't stolen any code. I've created this code straight from scratch by myself. I just thought it's long, it might be slightly slower, but it's a really easy way to grasp how to learn to manipulate obviously the time function. Okay, so what we're doing here is, again, we're going to take this and put it here. So that's a day. So if it's bigger than a day, we're obviously going to divide by a day, and this is going to be month and months. Okay, so if it's bigger than a day but smaller than a year, then we're going to output the correct month. So we're going to come back into Google, seconds in a year, 31 million and a half odd, and we'll paste that in there. So again, what we've done is we've limited it to a year. As long as it's less than a year but it's bigger than 1 month, then we're going to, like I said, divide, and we're going to output the correct month. Okay, so for the last one, obviously this is going to be years. Now it's going to be slightly different. I'm going to copy and paste it anyway. But obviously we're not going to limit the years, because we're not going to go beyond years like decades. We're not going to get into millenniums. There's absolutely no point. So what we're going to do is we need to take away this part of the condition. And we're going to say if it's bigger than, and we need obviously this part of it here. So if it's bigger than a year, we're going to divide by a year. So as long as this hits this, this will be a year. So we've got, let's just say it was a year. We're going to divide by a year, and that would make count 1. So this is going to be a year, and this is going to be years. So if it's bigger than this, we're going to divide, and we're going to see how many years we're working with. So it's a really obviously effective way. We're just pasting down. We've got to the last thing we want to display. We're not going to display anything bigger than a year, like I said, decades, and then this in theory should work. I mean, I'll leave it up to you to test and wait a year and see if my code's wrong, but I'm pretty sure you're not going to get back to me about that. Months and days you might, but still. Okay, so if we come back to our code now, I'm going to refresh this just to see, obviously the time has gone up. Like I said, I'm not going to leave the tutorial. I'm not going to pause the tutorial and leave this running, because obviously it's going to take me too long to wait. But that is the rest of the code. We'll just clear up this white space, and that's basically your code done. So we've got a pretty effective method of showing, let's get back to it, how long the post has been. Like I said, a new post is going to show just a moment ago. It's going to display seconds, minutes, then it's going to display hours. So that's the code pretty much all done. Like I said, the code is going to be available on the forum. If you go over to the forum and you go to, I can't remember what the section's called, but have a look on the forum, browse around, and you'll find the code in one of the top sections. And obviously you're free to use it as you wish, but do study it. This is, like I said, the most simplest method I could think of to show it. It's a really easy way to demonstrate it. It's really quick, and you can just copy and paste your case statements down and edit them as you need. So that's basically it. Like I've said before, if you haven't subscribed and you do enjoy my tutorials, please subscribe and you'll receive future updates in your email. Check out the forum if you haven't. Go to phpacademy.org or phpacademy.info, and you can browse from there. Obviously follow on Twitter if you want constant updates, and check out the forum if you need any help with this code or any other code, or you just want to chat. Okay then guys, thank you very much, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.